I don't even know how I start videos anymore. Hello friends, welcome back to the channel. So there have been a ton of changes over the last 3 or 4 weeks. I think the first and most obvious is I changed the color of my hair. I'm also in my new office, which I'm not quite yet done setting up, but that does mean that we moved into a new house with a new garage, which honestly needs a lot of work, but we'll get into that here in a little bit. I also want to go through and just kind of update you on the cars. I want to go over kind of where Mach's at right now, the Corvette, and I think I have another car that I haven't even shown you guys yet. So let's go ahead and get started because we have a lot to go over. I'll show you my office where it's at right now. I have a lot more to do, but here's where it's at currently. So here's my computer desk. Odin's always here for support. I do all of my YouTube video editing on my MacBook Pro. I also have a gaming PC, which I don't really game as much as I used to on my computer. I mostly will play my Xbox, which isn't set up quite yet. I want to get a sofa right here eventually. I think that's like one of the last things on my list. In this corner, I just have my business computer with the printer and some books here. Down this way is the bathroom and it leads over into Jay's office. But that's really all that I have. And let's go. Come on. Odin, Cheeto, come on. Odin, what are you looking at me for? So here is our new 2-car garage. So we have Mach and the Corvette in here right now. I'll kind of give you an update on each car. But first, let me just show you the garage. We have been very fortunate in having large garages for the last like 2 houses. So this one at first was a little nerve-wracking, but I'm actually really excited and really optimistic for the direction of this garage. I think once we're done, it's gonna be really nice working on projects during the winter because it is heated, which is huge compared to the last place. The lighting in here was a little concerning, so we did upgrade the lights in these 2, and then I am thinking about doing some like LED lights for the floor right now. I think we're gonna like clean it really good and then eventually put like these little carpet tiles down. But yeah, for right now, I think that's really the only plans with the garage. You know, I think it's kind of tricky, especially since we're renting, that we don't want to put like thousands of dollars into renovating the garage. So it's really just kind of making it the most functional for the time that we're here. But we also did paint all of the walls in here, so they were unfinished, just kind of like the ceiling. But we just did like a light coat of a gray on here, which I think looks pretty nice. We did manage to get all of our toolboxes in here. The TV is mounted. We have extra sets of wheels and tires, which I'm thinking about selling Mach's stock wheel and tire setup because it pains me when these are on. So if they're just gone, that would be great. Now this is the new and most exciting thing that I think we have. I don't know what these are or why they're here. But this is our new tire machine, which we are so excited for. We actually got it from the shop that I had Mach supercharged at. So that is really exciting to have. I feel like now we can step up our wheel and tire game. We have our quick jacks just hanging in here, which is kind of cool. More stands, our creeper, which a lot of you guys make fun of me for not using as often as I probably should, but I do have one and I could use it if I wanted to. I just don't. So for the cars, let's start with the Corvette. So the Corvette is very, very stock right now. It's our 2023 C8 Corvette convertible. The first project I think we did like within like a week of buying the car is put on a new exhaust. Put on the MBRP Axleback exhaust, which I did not like at first. I was pretty disappointed with the sound, but I think as time has gone by, I actually love the exhaust. I don't really see the need to change it. We have been looking at power upgrades for it. Not really gonna go into that much further because I have no idea what our plans are. Yeah, I love this car. It's probably my favorite car to drive around in. But I forget how how shocking it looks on the road and just how much it stands out. I think the black really helps with it, but I love this car. right, so that's the Corvette, and now we'll move on to Mach, which a lot of you have been asking for an update on Mach. So this is my 2021 Mach 1 Mustang, and it's been a hell of a journey with this car. Just a little backstory. So bought it brand new. I was not a fan of Mustangs. Obviously, things have changed. First, I went with the Corsa Extreme catback exhaust with the Corsa Double H mid pipe. It was kind of difficult finding out the exact sound that I wanted for the Mach 1. At the time, we did have a 2020 GT, and we had a boreless setup on there, and that's when I realized that there is a vast difference in sound between the GT and the Mach 1. But I really loved the Corsa setup that I had. What changed is I installed headers on it, I want to say maybe a year and a half ago, and that really changed the sound. Like, it just was obnoxious, and it also felt really slow. So to fix the slowness, I did recently supercharge my Mach 1, so I went with a stage 2 Pro Charger kit, which I had installed at a local shop. So Mach is sitting at around 700 wheel horsepower. All right, so for wheels and tires, I went with the RTR Tech 7s, and then I have the Mickey Thompson Street Comp tires. I love them. I have the Michelin Pilot Sport 4S tires, but this is a much more smooth ride. It feels a lot better on the road. And then I did go with a staggered look. Tire size is a 305, and I think the front is a 295, but of course I'll have everything linked in the description. Also, the first thing that we did when we bought Mach is lower it. So at first we tried out the Evoque lowering springs, which works great on the GT, but a Mach was rubbing in the rear, so swapped those out and went with the Ford Performance lowering springs, and they have been great ever since I bought it, which has been like 2 years. 2 years. And then I also have the GT 500 spoiler, which I put on. I know it comes on the track pack with the Mach 1, but I did not buy the track pack, and I just put this one on myself recently. I put on the wicker bill attachment, which I really like. Kind of makes it look a little more trashy, but I am here for it. And then the most recent thing I did, which is kind of like spur of the moment last night, I wrapped the roof gloss black. I haven't brought it out of the garage quite yet, so I don't really know how I feel about it. I really thought the gloss would look the best with the spoiler, but when I look at the front sticker here, where there's a lot of matte, it kind of looks a little off with the gloss. So I really don't know if I want to keep it. I also maybe thought about finding somebody that, like, I think I've seen a fighter jet gray Mach 1 that has the sticker like go through the center and then end on the trunk, but I don't know who the heck makes those stickers. So something I don't really talk about too much is Mach was actually in an accident like within the first few months of me buying it. I look kind of creepy. A lady ran a stop sign and hit me on the passenger side front corner. I had it repaired, obviously, and the paint actually chipped off here just a little bit. So the auto body shop that did the repairs after the accident did more than just fix it. They actually gave me a whole new bumper, which I picked up yesterday. So this is the replacement bumper with fresh new paint. So I'm thinking about trying or testing my might at doing a PPF on it and then ceramic coating it. So that could possibly be in my next video, but let me know what you guys think, if that's something that would be interesting to see. A lot of people ask me what is my favorite car to drive between these two, and I really feel like that's not like an easy answer. I love driving the Corvette around just because it's new, it's wild, it sounds amazing, it's fast. Taking the top down is so much fun because, let's be honest, everything is better topless. But Mach, ever since I supercharged it, Mach has been like my favorite thing. Like, I think I have like the best feeling driving it, because driving a newer Mustang and it being built as much as it is just so awesome. So Jay's home, which this is our Ford Raptor. Same old, same old. Actually having some issues right now, which is a little frustrating. Do you hear the bells? Those bells go off every like 15 minutes. It also plays music like every hour on the hour, and it scares me. And then I did buy a new car, which I'm really excited about. I needed like a winter driving car since I did sell my Subaru. So I'll go up and show you that here in a minute. But first, the cars really haven't been getting too much action lately because of our driveway, which it's probably the most non-car friendly driveway that I have ever seen. So let me show you. If you're wondering how it was moving up this hill, it was hell. So this is the problem, and this is after fixing the problem. So the driveway before, so we did put some like mud down to try and fill the gap, but it literally like came down, dipped under, and then into the road. So, you know, there are a few scrape marks here, not from the cars, from the U-Haul truck. You cannot come down the driveway normal. You actually have to go down the driveway in reverse. In both the Corvette and Mach coming in, the tires kind of pick up. I think we're still going to work on trying to build up a little bit more here, but for now it's just kind of a nightmare. When we were moving in, and I mean, I know how to avoid scrapage, but I was driving Brandon's mom's Audi, which is an SUV, and I scraped on that. But that's really the only complaint that I have, which can be fixed. We do have an overhang up here. You guys thought I was a heavy breather before. Here's my newest purchase. It is getting washed right now, but I am like shocked at how much I love this thing. It is supercharged, so it's not like a normal sluggish feeling SUV. I did kind of wrap some parts already. So I wrapped this whole strip. We swapped these out. They were chrome before and just made them black. And then I wrapped these little fender pieces here. We did get it window tinted like immediately because the size of these windows, it's just so bright in there. And then we have the white interior. It does have massage seats. We also have taken it on one road trip already to South Dakota to see my dad. Brandon got an attachment where we can actually watch Netflix, Disney Plus, and everything on the center screen. But I am really just shocked at how much I love this car, because I'm not really an SUV type girl. I like my race cars, but this thing is pretty cool. All right, so let me start up Mach, and I'm gonna back it out so that way I can take a look at my wrap job on this roof and show you how Mach sounds right now. Kind of cold. First, I'm gonna go put on pants. So for exhaust, just running the factory resonator with the stock exhaust pipes. Still have the headers on, and then the supercharged. I'll actually go ahead and pull it out of the driveway so that way you guys can see what I'm talking about. Wasn't too bad. I've done better. The Corvette is a little bit easier than Mach actually, which is kind of surprising, but I think it's just because the front of Mach is so much longer than the front end of the Corvette. The hardest part with Mach is getting back in. Right now I'm gonna run to the job site for the guys, and then I'll show you how I get back up in there. I love Mach. I love all of these new sounds that he makes. It really does suck with the driveway because not getting as much drive time in here is super hard with life. It makes my life hard. Driving is my way of coping with everything. But even just these little drives is so nice. So the only issue that I have had with Mach since I supercharged it is there is a suspension fault that keeps popping up. I unplugged the battery, but it's still continuing to come up. The guy said that it was probably because I was doing too many burnouts, which, I mean, let's be honest, that could be true, but I haven't done a burnout since I unplugged the battery to try and reset it, and it still continues to come up. So it is a suspension fault. And it limits the like drive modes that I'm in. It also makes it so I cannot exceed 80 miles per hour. I don't know, we've checked some of the forums and a lot of people have said that it could be tune related. I'm not sure. Have you guys ever seen that sort of fault before? If you have, any sort of information would be great, but once I figure out what's going on, I will be sure to update you guys. Alright, now I'm back, so allow me to demonstrate how to fuck up your Mustang. Not too bad. It's probably the best one I've done. Alright guys, so I think that covers everything I wanted to update you guys on. Let me know what you think of the hair. I've never done this color before. I'm so happy with it. It feels healthy even though it was bleached to shit. I still have a lot to do around the house, like unpacking and getting situated, but I am excited to get into the garage, start getting that set up so that way we can jump back into doing car projects. I definitely will keep you updated with Mach and the bumper. Check back soon for those updates. Thank you guys so much for spending the day with me, and I will see you again soon. You wanna go outside? You go potty? Is that a yes? Come on, let's go. Oh.